Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Kazimi, the Love Doctor. Here on this channel, we'll discuss and work through matters of the heart. And while having our experiences here, we'll develop a deeper understanding of who we really are. The truth of love being revealed to us, reclaiming the pieces of ourselves that have been separated, divided, repressed, cut off, shut down. Come along as we raise our consciousness and our awareness of love and the power of it. Okay, wow. Okay, beautiful loving hearts, welcome. Let's get into today's reading. All right. So let's get into this. But before we get into this reading, let me share a little bit of, a little bit of what's going on with me right now. So when it comes to, twin flame dynamic, right? I'm realizing that this is the time of separation, right? And for me. And so what I realized is that things were coming up in my reality that were like, why is this stuff coming up for me? And I'm like, huh? So I was confused. I was confused because certain things were coming up and I'm like, oh, I realized now, I'm like, this is not my stuff. Like, this is stuff wait. It's like, it's not my stuff, but it's kind of my stuff. It's like, this is stuff that I guess I need to stuff that I need to work through myself, but it's like, these weren't my situations, but they're coming up for me to figure it out for me in my life or whatever. Like, it's like, I don't know if I'm saying this right. It's like dynamic, something was happening for a while, and it was like, what am I supposed to do with this? Because I'm like, things don't happen in my life this way, or these things don't come up or happen, and I'm just like, why is this happening? So I think I understand why it was happening. I'm like, my other is dealing with things and processing things, and it was like, in order, I guess, for them to get through it or move through it, it had to come into my awareness. In order for it to come into my awareness, it had to come into my experience in a certain way. And so it was like happening to me, and I'm like, why is this stuff happening? So anyway, now it's like making sense. It was like, there are things that I still need to, process. And I thought that I had healed from certain things, right? And I'm like, there was still more that I needed to do. There was still more work that I needed to do. I mean, we can always become better, right? There's always, more work to be done, as we continue to better ourselves and become better, beings. But it's like, as this stuff was happening though, I'm like, this is not usual for me. Why? And then it's like, this stuff wasn't coming up before and it's coming up now. But then I realized, now I'm like, okay, this is why this was happening. And I feel a lot lighter. I feel a lot, I feel freer. And I needed to be freed. I needed to be freed of certain things that I didn't know I was still bound by, I guess. And so hopefully that will help as far as that dynamic. Now we're not things, it's still things are not happening right now, but energetically I realized things came up for me to process and heal for myself, and that will help them in their process. So that's what happened with that, okay? With me. That's just a little something, I don't know if I'm explaining that right. I don't know how this is coming out, because it feels a little, I didn't know it was things that I still needed to work through. And by me working through certain things that I didn't think were, things that I needed to process. It was like through me processing them, I feel like I'm helping them on the other side because we mirror each other. So I feel like that's being done. So, and I feel relieved because I'm like, I had no idea why this was even coming up. I'm like, this is not my stuff. This ain't my stuff. So anyway, all right. So, you know, it's all kind of stuff going on right now. I can't wait to see what these cards say because, you know, I cannot wait to see what's going on. You know, I feel as though it's important, you know, the theme for the day is seen, heard, and recognized. That's something that we all want, right? As humans, we all want to be seen, heard, and recognized. And, you know, I mentioned in a previous reading that I feel like people see me and they feel me, and, you know, they're getting to know me, or they know me, or they want to understand me in a certain kind of way. And it's like, I'm realizing it's like, it's okay. It's okay to open up more and allow people to know certain things, because you never know who might actually see you or understand you or can identify with what you open up and share, and then you can help others even more. And that's what I'm realizing through my experience. So, you know, so you can probably feel hear the energy, you know, in my voice, I guess, because it's like I feel freed right now, and I feel really good. And so, you know, I feel like I needed that to happen, because for a few days, I'm just like, what is this unusual energy, and why am I feeling these things? I was feeling like, I don't know. I was feeling uncomfortable is what I was feeling for sure. And then it was like, why am I feeling this way? So, you know, anyway, I was able to get through it. So let's get to this reading. I just wanted to share that because I know that's something that I mentioned. And then, you know, I just wanted to give you an update on where I'm at with that and then how things have played out. So, you know, yeah, so that's that. So let's see what's going on. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's see. All right. So, so you and your partner right now, may be physically or emotionally distant. Okay. Now, you know, physically could be for the twin flame dynamic. You know, emotionally it could be, you know, you're just not for it right now, and so you're, you know, focusing on yourself and, you know, growing, learning, expanding. Okay. So, all right, so there's that card, and I'm also seeing separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning. Yeah, okay. Your twin flame is up to something. Your twin is up to something. Okay? Yeah, they're definitely up to something. And what I feel like they're up to is that they're trying to draw you in. And not so much just with love. I'm seeing like they're doing some sort of like magic, honestly. Or they got someone to help them to do some kind of magic to pull you closer, because they feel like they messed up, they screwed up, either what they said, they did, how they behaved, or how they're moving. They just don't see how they can get you back, and so they're you know, they're trying to find a way through other means. Wow, okay. Man. Alright, what is happening here? What in the world is happening here? What? Okay. Wow. Okay. These cards. Okay. Alright. Okay, so there's someone is experiencing heartache and loss. It's not you. It's not us. It's coming from the other side. This is twin flame. dynamic right here, because they're going through it. They've been going through it, but now they're trying to see what they can do, to reach you, but not do it in a way that they're using spiritual means to do that. Okay. So what I'm seeing is that you don't trust this person anymore. You're letting it go. Letting it go. You don't trust them. You don't trust them. You don't trust the things that they're involved in, and it's like you don't want this with them. You've had enough. Because I'm seeing, let go. Make room for the new beginning. It's on its way to you now. And then I also see moving on. Someone is unavailable. A waste of time. It's over. Yeah, and I feel like that's where you are. This is what you're feeling in regards to that person and your dynamic at this point. Like, moving on, you're done. It's a wrap. You're letting go and you're allowing the new to come in. So, I feel like for some that's necessary, just given how things have been and how things have felt, and it just doesn't feel like, it feels like toxic and unhealthy. And so, you want love. You want unconditional love, and, you want, to attract someone that doesn't treat you the way that they have. I think it's where it doesn't feel the way that it has. Like, you don't, wow, it just came right back out. Yeah, you don't deserve that. And you know that, and you're not standing for it. You've done the work on yourself. You've been doing work on yourself, and it's like, you're not standing for this. You're not tolerating it. And so you're moving on. Yeah. It came, that card. Okay, this is interesting. So, unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. That's what you desire. And so it's like you're calling out, to the universe to bring love into your life, because before it was like, I want to manifest this person. Now it's like, I want to manifest love. I want to manifest love into my life. I want someone that treats me right, that treats me well, that loves me and shows me that they care and not mistreat me and make me feel, that is hurting me and makes me feel bad. So I'm seeing this summer going out on dates, and I'm proud of you. That's dope. Meeting new people, going out on dates, getting back out there, yeah, for sure. This is good. This feels good. This feels good because, the energy that I'm picking up on, you gotta deserve this new relationship. And I'm not saying that this is like, the end all be all, that this is your person, this is the one. I'm not saying that this is what's happening. I'm just saying, like, this is a time of healing and, like, not holding on to that person that's not good for you right now. That this is the better choice right now is to let them go. Yeah, they're still working on, like, shadow aspects. Like, just let that go. Let that go right now. They're still dealing with a lot of mental conflict. They're still conflicted about, whatever's going on with them and everything. And, yeah. So, okay, so this is what's going on with them. They're trying to build up their spiritual strength. They're trying to learn about spirituality, and they're trying to, honestly, like I said, this person is actually using magic to try to reach you right now. Love spell. They're trying to have someone or do or create a love spell. They're trying to draw you in with the love spell. You've been bewitched. Yeah, they're trying to. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? It's like they want you to know that they love you, but they're going about this all wrong right now. And I don't know what the lesson is for them or you, us, in regards to this, but this feels off. Like, this feels really off. Like, what are you doing? Patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. What are they doing? Someone told them they'll come back around in this amount of time. So they're now waiting for their time. And in that time when they come to you, they're going to confess how they feel. They really want to tell you everything now that they feel they've screwed everything up, and now they want to tell you. They want to tell you the truth. They want to tell you how they feel. You know, they regret doing what they did and moving how they moved, and how things ended up and how things are. But they're lost. Like, they just don't know what to do right now, and they don't know what they're doing, and what they're doing is like not okay. Yeah, caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I wouldn't entertain this right now. You know, they're becoming more spiritual, but they're still dealing with, human aspects of themselves. As they become the divine masculine or feminine energy, but I'm seeing that you'll be traveling. For some, you could be traveling. Someone wants to take you on a vacation. They want to take you away. They know you've been dealing with a lot. Why is that coming right back out? Yeah, don't let that person interfere. This caution came right back out. If somebody wants to treat you a certain way and like be there for you in a certain way, please just let them, and don't let this other person try to come in and interfere with that. So if you're in communication and talking to them, I wouldn't let them know about whatever this is that's happening, kind of behind the scenes, away from them, and that's if you're in communication. Like, I just wouldn't share certain things with them, because they're going to try to, like, sabotage things. Ooh. So I want to say, if you're going on vacation and you decide to be like intimate or sexual, just be careful, unless you're ready to have a family with this person, because you could end up pregnant. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so your twin is actually experiencing a lot of anxiety right now. Anxiety, fear, terror, negativity, deep unhappiness, stress, burden, overwhelmed, at a breaking point, inability to cope or face life, mental anguish, guilt, regret, remorse, focusing on past. So these are all the things that they're dealing with, going through. They have like created a mess, and then it's like, and things were already like messed up, and they're just like making stuff worse. They're just sabotaging everything, like, and it's like they just, I don't know, they're scared. They're scared about everything right now, and they don't come off as that. Like, if you were around them or saw them, like, they probably look more confused than scared, but they're scared right now, because now it's like, what am I supposed to do? Okay. Yeah. Astute. Right now, you possess the Queen of Swords energy. Thought dominates feelings, perceptiveness, keen insight, fair judgment, right decisions, Now is the time to stand up for yourself and be clear about your wants and needs. One who has suffered loss and hardship, an intelligent, witty, analytical woman. Remember, this energy is interchangeable, but that's the energy. And I say interchangeable, male, female, it came up as it did, but just know that, that's the energy that's being carried right now, and they can feel it. They know that you're not for their foolishness right now. You're not for the mess. And now that they've created it, now it's they're trying to lure you in with manifesting and creating, going to someone or doing it themselves, trying to get a whole love spell thing. And so then this person has faith that you'll come around, even though they're going about this the wrong way. I'm seeing Cupid's arrow. They have faith that love is coming. A surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. So it's they're not going about this by natural means. And I don't know what's going to happen karmically for them doing this way. Maybe that would explain why my life was looking the way that it was for me. And I'm why is this stuff happening? And why are things looking the way that they are? But I was able to get past that, to work through it, and I feel like I'm in a much better space, but I wasn't thinking that they were doing anything. I just thought that it was happening because we mirror each other. But I'm this is not how things happen for me. Throughout our time, with this, separation and twin flame dynamic and coming together and separating and speaking and then not speaking and all of that stuff, and it's never was my life disrupted in this kind of way. And it was I wasn't thinking. I just realized hey, this probably has something to do with them. All right. Heart with the key in reverse. I don't know what this person is on right now. Okay, so they know that you're the one for them, right? But they're just going about things all wrong. They've already messed up everything, screwed up everything, did everything to push you away, to make you not like them, or trying to get you to hate them. And they've been testing you and just giving up on themselves and love. They're afraid of love. They're afraid to love. They don't know if they're worthy of love. They don't know if they're capable of loving. They're afraid of losing you. All of these things are all going on in their head or whatever. It's I've been away from you, but I'm afraid of losing you. What would I do if I lost you? All of this stuff. They're just going crazy. And so it's leading to, it's leading to behavior that's not favorable in so many words. But they're ready to welcome love. They want to meet up with you, or they hope they run into you somewhere. They, want to be the one for you. They want to open their heart to you. They want to get together. They know that you're perfect for them. Now. Now they know this. All right. So they think they're going to be successful. They feel like God is on their side, and I don't know what's going to happen because of how they're going about it. I feel like there's going to be some kind of karmic, I feel like something is going to happen. But in their mind, they feel like this is the only way to get you back. And they're trying to have trust and believe that a new level begin with you guys, and they're trying to trust that they don't know what else to do, and they're hoping that this will work. Choose your battles. And then we also have the sacral chakra in reverse. Yeah, this person is just choosing a lot. They wish they would have chosen better, and they know they messed up and they don't know how to fix it. they really don't. I want to say they feel terrible about it, and not terrible enough to do things the right way. And that's why I'm saying I want to say, because it's like they're not getting it still. They're still not getting it. They're still going about stuff in a messed up way. It's about control and trying to, like, you know, they don't want to do the work. They know they have to, and they're trying to find ways around it. And it's like they're, you know, clever and, you know, crafty. Like, they just do things in a certain way. And, you know, old habits, I guess, die hard. They're having a hard time letting go of this. And so, you know, they wish they would have done things differently, you know. But what they desire now is like a life with you. You know, they want a life with you, but on their own terms. On their own terms. You know. This really has mostly to do with, you know, they want to just run into you or see you or whatever, and then once they're in your presence, they feel that they can, like, I don't want to say finesse you, but that's kind of how they move. It's like they feel that they can get you to come around or to listen to them, but it's like they don't want to do the work as far as like having to apologize and say what they did wrong. They just kind of want you to just come around and let them just make it right, kind of thing, without having to, like, deal with what has been. And that's not okay. It's not gonna work that way. Like, I don't know. What are you thinking? What are they thinking? All right, so yeah, they're heartbroken. This already came up, but here it goes again. They're deeply hurt, sad. You know, they're saddened by the separation. They feel like you've broken up. They don't know how they're gonna get you back. They really feel like they lost you. And they're feeling lost without you. They feel like they've lost you forever, kind of thing. And it's like they really messed up. And they're grieving and mourning the loss of the connection and what could have been and all of that stuff. They're like going through it, and that's why they're deciding to go about this the way that they are. Yeah, so yeah, they're I just said all this. It says, all right, not today. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, you know, boundaries. They're still angry. And it's like, as long as they stay in that space of not, you know, going about this the right way, like they still haven't worked through what they need to work through, because they're still going about this the wrong way. It's like, you know, they feel remorse, they feel regret, but then it's also like, you know, but you hurt me too, or I felt like this, and, you know, they're confused about certain things, and they're afraid to have the real conversation that they need to have and just be open and transparent and vulnerable. So they're gonna they're gonna get to that, but they don't want to lead with that. You know, it's like this person is acting, you know, they're being immature. Is what's happening here. You know, they're definitely connected to you right now and open in the sense of like crown chakra. You know, connected in the higher realms, the higher dimensions. So you're in a place of wanting to just have a good time and have fun and not really worry about them right now, or just to be free from that situation. And I think they can, of course they can feel the pull. They can feel you pulling away from them and not really wanting to be involved. And that's why they're really like becoming desperate and, like, you know, doing what they're doing right now that you don't know that they're doing, but they're doing. Yeah, you're willing to have peace, to have harmony, to have balance. You're willing to let that go, and you're willing you're willing to accept and allow love to come in through someone else. You know, you've sacrificed so much or whatever, but they're definitely in your awareness, and they're feeling into, and they know that, like, you're not invested in them anymore the way that you once were. Okay, we got many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stand. Interesting. So I think that kind of goes into like going out and having fun and exploring, going on vacation, going on dates and stuff like that. Like I would have fun, but not like too much fun or whatever. And I say that like, you could have many options right now, you know. Um, and what's going on could be like not how you usually move. It could be very unconventional in nature. But you don't want to string people along, and you don't want to give them the wrong impression if you're not really invested in the situation for if you're not, you know, really ready to develop a relationship or be with someone or whatever. Because I feel like the people that are interested in you because of who you are, probably see more with you, or something more long term. So if that's not where you are, express that to them, and at least just let them know what's going on, and where you are emotionally, and where you see things going with them. Just be upfront. Just keep things up front. That's what I'm seeing from that. So this person is, your twin flame. Twin flame card came up, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. This is what they know that, that you are, that they feel with you, they know who you are. They know that you're their twin flame. And I don't know if that was ever discussed, maybe with some. Maybe they found out, what this, when a connection feels like this, or when this person makes you feel like this, and they might have been like Googling and searching and ended up finding out what like a twin flame is, or a twin soul. Because I also see soulmate, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Yeah, and they're realizing what this means, where they can't escape you, and then they mess things up, so they have to fix it. And their life is not going well. Things are not going well for them because they're doing what they're doing. They're moving how they're moving, and they're still operating very much in like a 3D way. And things are just like off. Okay, so we got ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So like they're getting ready for you because they think you're coming, in a few months, based off of whatever, hocus pocus they didn't conjure it up. So we'll see how that turns out, for some. Yeah. So they're ready for a new phase. They're preparing for union. And I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be allowed to happen like this. But who knows? And I'm only saying, like, maybe this is, I don't know, the catalyst for what will happen. But I don't see why this would be necessary. But maybe they needed to just know, that this was it and this was real, and they were willing to try to like really cut this off, and now they're like regretting it, of course. Movement, choices, decisions. Yeah, in reverse. They're trying to get this right, but they're going about it all wrong. And that's just what I'm seeing, honestly. We got financial and material changes upright. So things are, things are looking good for us overall. It's just a matter of just like, what do you want, out of life? Who do you want it with? And then, like, just, what? Okay. So this person, they want to marry you. They know that now. They knew it before. They were just scared and resistant and throwing everything in front of them because they were just literally scared to death of just being hurt and where this was going and what's going to happen to them and what is this going to look like and what is this, just everything. They were just going through it. But they really want to be with you. They really want to marry you. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Yeah. If they can get you back, then that's what they want. And they're going to make sure that that happens if they ever get to grace your presence again. And, if they ever get the courage, to... Because you pull them outside of themselves. This person is, like, not who they usually are. Like, you have, like... You've come into their life and turned everything upside down, and they don't even recognize themselves anymore, and that's scary to them. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, love came back out again. They definitely feel that for you, that's for sure. But their idea of love and how they're seeing it is, like, off. Like, they're gonna have to learn how to do this in a healthy way. Like, they're going about this the wrong way. The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Yeah, they're going about this all wrong. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is wrong. And, they've picked up narcissistic traits. They've learned narcissistic behavior, based off of their experience. And they're going to have to heal these parts of themselves. And how they're going about this, like this love spell and, Cupid's arrow and all that stuff. Like, whatever they're doing, it's not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen the way that they think or are hoping that it's going to happen, because they're doing this with the wrong intention and they're going about this the wrong way. It's like, but I love them and they love me. It's like, but this is not the way to do it. This is not the way to go about it. It feels wrong. Even if they're the right person, they're going about this all wrong, so it just feels wrong. It feels wrong. This feels very wrong. Wow. They want to extend the olive branch. That's what they think they're doing. They think that because in their mind they feel like because I want this and I want to come to them, they feel like, oh my goodness, this is not good. This is not good. They're going about this all wrong. Yeah, so with you, they see stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. But how flexible? You're not being very flexible right now. They're not being very flexible. They think that because they're they feel like they're giving in and they're yielding to this, and because they're doing that, they feel like this is the right thing. And look at what I feel. I wouldn't be doing all this if I didn't actually care. And I've never done this in this way before. They're just going through it still. It just feels like they don't know any better. They say when you know better, you do better. This person has been operating in a certain kind of way for so long and been around like things that are not, well, what am I trying to say? Things that are not, like, this is they haven't had like the best examples of like how people should be or why people behave certain ways. So it's like you to them you're confusing to them in a lot of ways. Oh boy, I knew it. I knew it. All right, so we got, this is not what I'm saying I knew it too. I'm going to do this card first, and then all right, we have the Sun in reverse. Lack of enthusiasm, sadness, unrealistic expectations, ego, conceitedness, oppression. They're going about stuff wrong. I shine my light on the world around me and my radiance attracts more success. Okay, so they think that because they love you, that the light ain't there right now. They're not operating in the light. This is not the light. This is some distorted, and they're gonna get checked for this. That's the whole thing. It's like, for some reason they feel like this is okay, and I don't know why that is, but they don't see that what they're doing is not okay. They just want what they want right now after all that they've done, and then just they're being very like, all like, just they're not going about this right. So anyway, so we got we got the tower in reverse, and I, with all of this, I would imagine there would be a tower. Like, it would have to be, right? Like, you can't be doing all this and think that there ain't gonna be no towers going on. Like, what in the what? What are you doing? For real. All right, we got tower in reverse, resisting change, averting disaster, avoiding tragedy, delaying the inevitable, avoiding loss. I surrender to the storm. That's where they need to get to, and they think they're surrendering, but you're surrendering, but still trying to be in control. Like, no. So they still have more work to do. That's the bottom line. I've said that. I'm saying it. I've been saying it. They still do. It's still there. Yeah. So. So for us, for you right now, just focus on yourself. Your self-worth. It's a time to heal. We have our own shadow work to work on, so we're gonna continue to work on ourselves, and we're gonna appreciate who we are. Self-appreciation. Being thankful, being grateful, for where we are and where we, what we've been through and what we've overcome and what we've accomplished and where we're going. Like, this is not the end all be all. This is not the end. We still have, more life to live, and we still have our journey, and our path to continue on. And this is just one part of it. This is just where we are right now. And if you've been on the spiritual path and the spiritual journey for some time, that there's ups and downs and twists and turns and all kind of things going on to get us to see and to become aware, for things to come into our awareness and for things to be understood and received. And sometimes it takes a little while because we can be a little stubborn or hard-headed or fearful of how to get through this or what to do. But, Spirit will push us through certain circumstances and situations, and then we come through on the other side. And so this is just another aspect of that. This is another one of those moments, and we just have to get through it. So right now, it's just a time to just be patient with ourselves. To definitely just be patient. And there's things that we want certain things out of life. And because of that, we have to be patient right now so that those things can manifest. But we can't have certain energies or certain people or certain things come into our life and be present and think that we're going to still get those things that we desire, that we want. We have to remove certain things sometimes, for a time, and others, it might be permanent. And when those energies move and we get through those things, then things start to move and turn around for us, and other things can come into our lives. But it's like, as long as we're blocking our blessings or preventing certain things from happening, we can't move forward on our journey. Okay, King of Wands. Being in charge, decisiveness, independence, loyalty, optimism, impulsiveness. Okay, so this card. Yes. All right, unexpected income, someone who inspires others to create achievement. Okay, what's interesting about this is I feel like I left this card out. I feel like this doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna explain this because when I first started, before I actually started this reading, I started to shuffle the cards, and some of the things that this particular thing was pertaining to my life for me, because it just jumped out, right? And I forgot to put it back in the deck, so it's still here. But I'm gonna explain this a little bit. So what was going on, or what is happening is, I have, someone in my life who exhibits this energy. And maybe you do too. So maybe it's okay that it was left out. But the King of Wands, right? Someone that's a leader. Someone that is, what does it say again? Being in charge, decisive, they're independent, they're loyal, they're optimistic. They have an impulsive way of doing things, but it's like, it's not in a not good way. This is a good impulsive. This is like encouraging and like, encouraging and supportive, and kind of like someone that will nudge you and push you into, certain situations and, places that you need to be, things that might feel uncomfortable, but, where you need to be. And I actually have that, happening for me and in my life, and I'm glad because it's helping me move forward. It's like I move a certain way and I do things a certain way and I do what I feel comfortable, and this feels a little bit uncomfortable because this is not my style or the way I would go about doing things, but I kind of let this person just be them, and because I trust them, I allow things to just like happen and unfold in a certain way. And it's like, I guess God knew that I needed some encouragement and certain support in a certain kind of way to get me to get me to where I'm at today. And even with like this channel, and this is something that's been in the works and in the making for quite some time, and I've had many things go on, ups and downs, and twists and turns. But when it was time, and this energy that I'm speaking of actually encouraged me to actually to do this now. Not later, but now. And so here I am. And so that speaks to to that dynamic. And this person inspires others this person inspires others to creative achievement, and that's where I'm at. This person is creative as well, and I'm a creative, and we do many creative things, and I'm just very grateful and thankful to have them a part of my life right now. God knew what I needed, and so I'm just very grateful, because I can't even really explain it, because it's like I don't know. Anyway, so that was there. Then we have King of Swords, big changes / opportunities, seize the moment, jump in, arrival, departure, assertiveness, direct, honest, quick wit, warns against impulsive or rash behavior, a strong, assertive, and decisive person, one who gets what he or she wants. Haste. Yeah, I feel like this kind of still speaks to the same energy, just saying it in a different way, actually. I feel like that still is speaking of that same energy. So if this is coming out for me, this could be happening, or someone could be entering your life that has that similar energy. Those things that I mentioned, so I would say just keep an eye out, and then also if they're already there, just be open to that person. This could already be happening, like I mentioned, so that could be happening with that. All right, so we also have what we got going on. Queen of Cups, nurturing, A choice based on sincere feelings, imagination, dreams, empathy, occult interest, deep feeling. Yeah. I feel like this speaks to where I'm at right now, as far as like being more open and transparent, like I had, kind of spoke on in the beginning, just like being more open and just when I say more open, like literally like feeling on a deeper level and tapping in, but going deeper and pulling stuff out, pulling it out, getting it out, pulling it out of me, getting it out of me. It's like I could go deeper. I could go deeper, and I felt like I needed to go deeper, and I feel like in regards to like the twin flame dynamic, I had to go deeper because it wasn't that I was like living on the surface or like just being surface, but it's like, I could go deeper. You might be comfortable here. Go deeper. Do more. Do things that make you feel uncomfortable. If someone asks you to do certain things and it's just like, just do it. Like, go explore. Go find out who you are through new experiences. I guess that's what I should say. Sometimes uncomfortable feelings can lead to you feeling more comfortable. And sometimes things have to appear to fall apart in order to come back together. And it's like, what did they speak of? Like, if your foundation is like based on like, or built on, what is it? If it's built on like a house of cards, then of course it's gonna fall. But it's like if you build up a firm foundation, sometimes you gotta tear it all down to build it back up, and that's okay. I've done that in my life before. Where things looked like they were coming apart, but I was taking them apart because those things needed to come apart so that I could come back together and be better, to be who I wanted to be or who I needed to be at that particular stage in time in my life. All right, so we have, the Judgment card. Judgment, self-evaluation, awakening, renewal, composure, decisiveness, snap judgment, forgiveness. Yeah, okay. What else does it say? The daily choices I make now align me with my life's purpose. Yeah, for sure. And it's like, I'm saying go deeper, but it's like I feel like there was more that I could do, and there was more that could be done, and it was like it's time to do more. It's time to open up more. It's like it's time to share more of who you are. It's time to, I live and I am pretty transparent, and I'm pretty open, and I'm sincere and genuine, and I try my best to just show who I am. But it's like I can show more. I can show more of myself. I can share more of my light. And so I'm in a place to do that. I'm in a position to do that. I'm open to doing that. I see master card. I'm mastering myself, and I'm mastering my heart, and I'm understanding more things about myself, and so I'll be able to be more of service and to to be more proficient at healing, and different, and the different ways that I actually do that beyond just, doing readings. I actually, have helped, do help, and can help, in many, many, many different ways in regards to love and relationship and family dynamics. And, it's like, there's so many things that I do, that I provide, and that I'm able to help with. And it's like, we can always be better. We can always, do more. And it's like, I'm in a place that, I'm ready for that to happen. Um, we have inspiration. Yeah, so we don't want to hesitate, right? And we don't want to miss out on, like, you know, we don't want to miss out on certain opportunities that could be, you know, presented to us, that could be there to, you know, help us accelerate and move to the next phase and the next, you know, place in our life. Yeah, wasted talent and potential. We don't want to waste our talent and our potential. We're here for a reason. We have a purpose. You know, move closer to your purpose, and live your truth. Living your truth. Ace of Wands. New beginnings, good news. You know, physically starting something, creative spark, new initiative. I like that. Finding new passion, enthusiasm, urgency, accepting a challenge, potential, talent, growth, action, travel, excitement, getting into the game. Yeah, that's where we're at. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. You know, I'm ready to go deeper. You know, to do more. All right. All right. So we're gonna get into okay. All right. All right. So I also see transition. All right. So I see, and then we're gonna do this. I'm getting the Soul Truth card, but I'm just gonna do this card really fast. So transition, calmer waters, healing, progress, moving on, moving forward. Things calming down, calm after a storm, overcoming hardship, relief, stability, escaping, running away, journeys, travel overseas. Okay, so yeah, calmer waters, you know, things calming down, the calm after the storm, you know, overcoming hardship, you know, stability and relief. I feel like that's all that happened once I faced certain things that I didn't know that I needed to face recently, or things that were coming up that I didn't understand why they were coming up. And it's like, you know, I had to deal with those things. I had to face those things, and I mentioned in the previous video, you know, that it felt uncomfortable. And sometimes we have to feel uncomfortable, and it's okay to feel uncomfortable, and then it's like to work through it. You know, not to stay in that space, but to work through it. And so I feel like that's what I did, and I know that I'm gonna have to continue to do that. It doesn't just stop here. It doesn't just stop there. This is ongoing. All right, so today's Soul Truth card says, "What is my body telling me right now?" Okay. Our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply. Wow. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body, and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. Today's soul action. Get the book, Heal Your Body by Louise L. Hay. And find the answers toward which your body and find the answers toward which your body is guiding you. Okay. So this is really this really hits home for me. I'm going to be a little transparent right now. I'm going to share some things. So, you know, I understand that I'm in a twin flame union, You know, in that twin flame dynamic, I understand that our chakras are, connected. And, as we, work through certain things that we need to work through, and process certain things that we need to process to heal and all of that, in the midst of that, I also am experiencing, a Kundalini awakening. And in that process, I've gotten to a place where, I experienced a lot of like discomfort and pain, and, my body was going through all kind of things. It still is, that put me in a certain space where I had to slow down and like just focus on just the healing and, all of that. And so that card really speaks to me. That really speaks to me. And I'm actually going to get that book that it mentioned, because I would love to know more about that. Yeah, so I know about pain. I know about pain, and that's how I'm able to do what I do, because I have, experienced a lot of trauma and a lot of pain, and I've experienced a lot of suffering, in a lot of different ways, and it's like, and I'm still me, and I overcame, certain challenges and obstacles that I had to face, and here I am, and it's like I can help others get to that space. I can help others, do this too. I'm not alone, and in dealing with pain and suffering, and I just want to, I want to be there to help others through their process, so they might not have to experience as much pain as I had to, that I had to face. So we're coming to the end of today's reading. I hope this was helpful for you as much as it was for me. As always, loving hearts, remember to stay open. Stay open. This is not something that I'm just saying. I'm saying it because I understand the importance of staying open, of being transparent, of being vulnerable, of showing yourself, and, not being afraid to do so. There's so much power in that. Loving ourselves, and, yeah. So until we meet again, stay open, loving hearts. If you enjoyed your time here with us, let's make this thing official. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. You can also find me on Instagram at True Healing Love Doctor, as well as TrueHealingLoveDoctor.com, where you can find all of our products and services. Until next time, stay open, loving hearts. More will be revealed later.